Now, I mean this sarcastically, it's a joke, but take it as you will. History is written not by the winners, but actually by the losers. Why? Because only losers write. Take it from me, a writer. I am a writer, and I lose all the time. I'm a loser, straight up. I can't even begin to tell you how much of a loser I am. And I mean this jokingly, I'm not saying it in a mean way. I'm just saying, like, most of the video games I've played in life, I've lost that. Most of the card games, like poker and all this other, like Pokemon and stuff, I've been the loser. I've been like the bottom of the fish barrel, the bottom of the barrel in my group of friends in all of our games and stuff. But the one thing that I've always been a winner at is writing. And what I mean by being a winner as a writer is literally just the fact that I've written so much. It's ridiculous. When you look into all the content that I have written, which I haven't even put some of it out, but the stuff that I have put out, yeah. And that doesn't even include all the papers that I've written in school. What a loser, right? What a loser. Yeah, I'm working on my master's program right now. So, what does that tell you about writers, people who write? They're losers. They have nothing else to do but write. They don't even like doing anything else but writing. It's like, wow, I like writing. Writing makes me feel better. I never feel worse after writing. So what does that tell you about history? That history is told by the losers. It's written by the losers. Except for the people who wrote the Holy Bible. I mean, maybe they were like losers in the sense of like, if you see somebody in high school who becomes like a super um, hermit and gets into like religion and Bible studies and stuff, and you might call that person a loser, depending on where you're looking at them from, you know? And then when you see all of the content that's out there, all of the writing, like we are living today in the largest part of society, the largest part of human history that everybody can write now. Everybody can write, everybody can read. Not everybody, but like if you want to, you can read and you can write. For a long time, people weren't allowed to do that. So yeah, back in the day, everybody knew the scribe as the loser. What a loser! That guy's a scribe. I'm saying this all jokingly because, you know, ever since we've begun speaking different languages, historically speaking, we're probably getting lost in translation and getting lost in the search for meaning of things because, we have to understand what each person is saying and what they mean when probably long before any of that happened, historically speaking, from the Bible. If you were to picture it, before the Tower of Babel fell, did people ever have struggles with finding out what something means? Like definitions and semantics? Was semantics even an issue thousands of years ago? To what degree was it? And is that why we write? Is that why people write? I wonder. Writing is for losers. History is written by the losers because, you know, only losers write. And yeah, just to clarify, even though only losers write, it's really important to like point out this very interesting fact. Only losers write because they have nothing that they want to live for. If you have something that you want to live for, you probably don't have time to write. And if you're out there living, too busy living, not wanting to tell anybody about it, not wanting anybody to know about the fact that you're living, then you probably wouldn't write ever. Unless you needed to. Unless it was like a life or death situation or some kind of situation that warranted you to write. For who? Who's going to read what you're writing? They say the greatest library is the grave because there are so many unread, untold stories of all the people who lived without writing them down or telling anybody about their life experiences. So that's why I say history is written by the losers. It's because, yeah, if you're writing, you're probably not living life. And if you're not living life, why are you not living life? Me, I'm a writer. I live life, but I would say that I I try to balance both writing and living life. But if you spend your entire time buried in textbooks, buried in reading and writing, and you're not out there living life and not out there doing stuff that you don't want to do, do stuff that you don't want to do for once. If you want to write, go and do something that has nothing to do with writing. I dare you. I challenge you to that. Because if you are always doing stuff that you like doing, all you're doing is creating a bubble of bullshit that very, very few words can dispel.